Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I don't have Stellaris chosen in OBS. I probably should restart this episode, but this is the kind of thing I find funny. So I'm going to leave it. So we're currently like this. I'm just going to do this. It's like it never happened. Perfect. So here we are. We are attacking the Valdari Peacekeepers over here, and that is something that we do want to continue working on. However, we have an economic crisis brewing. And that crisis is that we're nearly out of food and energy credits. Both of these are a big problem for us. If it was only one, it wouldn't be so bad. Now, I don't remember this energy credit crisis being quite this bad. Now we're going to sell off some minerals immediately to get ourselves a little bit of buffer space here. But it's very clear to me that we need at least one generator world and at least one completely dedicated agri world. Stations are not necessarily great for that. I want a full-on world of ideally decent size. Now, this is currently a forge world. I want one... Dressel Prime is... Yeah, that's okay. Let's see here. Where is our world with the Betharian plant? Or at least the ability to get a Betharian plant. I know that we had one. I'm not sure if we actually ended up building the Betharian plant there. Yes, this one. So this is set up as a generator world right now. Unfortunately, it only can have 4 generator districts. Is there anything that we can do to help that? The answer is not really. This is about as good of a generator world as it's going to get. So from here, it should start going into agriculture. It's not ideal, for sure. Now, we could drop this research lab and replace this with a food processing facility. I'm going to do that. We have plenty of jobs available in the worker stratum. And we're going to need those jobs to demote. That's all there is to it. Now, this is set up as a forge world right now. This is going to be terraformed in 121 days. This might be a good world to consider flipping over from a forge world into an agriculture district. It's currently only 18% pop happiness. Yeah, that's not great. It might be a decent option. Let's see, we've got 5 generator slots here. This is a foundry station, allegedly. But it doesn't actually produce anything in the foundry category. So instead, we should probably make this into a mining station? Although we really don't need these astro mining bays. We may want to put in trade districts instead. Yes. We're going to replace those with trade districts, and we're going to switch this over to a trade station. Okay. Now, this is set up as a research station. For now, that's acceptable. A trade station does make some sense here. Okay. This world is actually a good option to make into an agriculture world. We're going to replace every single one of these mining districts with agriculture districts. There we go. And we're also going to replace the Research Institute here with a food processing facility. And we're probably going to replace this advanced research complex as well with a hydroponics farm. Now, we're going to have to wait for demotions, for sure. There's no doubt about that. We currently have a number of minor jobs open, as well as a number of clerk jobs. So this is not going to fill up super quick. But we're going to be moving pops into here. Absolutely. This is a very high priority. I would also like to find another good generator world. Actually, Hunro is not a terrible option here. Yeah. The dimensional fabricators are nice, as are the auto forges, but we're going to replace the Research Institute here with an energy grid. And we're going to replace this advanced research complex with what? I mean, there isn't really another energy credit generating structure except for, like, the commercial zones. So I suppose we could do that. We have a lot of available housing here. I'm not going to switch over these 3 agriculture districts for the moment. We are instead going to replace a number of city districts with generator districts. We're going to need, it looks like, 6 of these. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to build the rest of these. We're out of minerals for the moment. And we're going to call that good for now. This unification station requires a job. Okay. Just checking our resources at the moment. Sounds good. So we need to work economically for the time being. Of course, we're also working our way through these locations. I feel like the Nephrite should actually move back up over here. I doubt we need more than 2 fleets over here. So we're going to do that. Excellent. Now, where are our current armies at? And actually, this Ishtram station, yeah, that does need to remain where it's at. Grumium station should be upgraded. We need a hangar bay, a gun battery, and we need a defense grid supercomputer here. Okay. We also should colonize this habitat. There we go. Now, this low stability is a problem on these planets. That's going to definitely reduce our resources from jobs and our trade value. Are there any of these that have an excess of energy credits right now? Not really. Okay. Good to know. There's also a bunch of them that have some negative food. So that will need to be looked at as well. Now, this is a bastion here. And that's fine. We have a hydroponics bay right now. We're going to need a missile battery. We're going to need a hangar bay. We're going to need a missile battery and hangar bay. And a defense grid supercomputer. We're going to leave the hydroponics bay for right now. And we should actually go through all of these and build a hydroponics bay. We'll go through and replace them later, but in locations where we have a building slot available, for the time being, we need hydroponics bays. So we're going to do that in all of our trade hubs, and those will probably be permanent in the trade hubs. So we're going to put in hydroponics bays in each of these. This is an anchorage here. It already has a hydroponics bay, so that's fine. We should probably replace our resource silos right now with hydroponics bays in locations where we do not have a hydroponics bay. So all of these should get swapped over here. In 6 months, we're going to have a pretty big boost to our amount of food income. This is not by any means going to fix our economy, but this will be a step in the right direction. So we'll go ahead and put in hydroponics bays here. We've already got one in this location, so that's perfect. We need one here. We need one here. And we've got one here. So we'll just put in a resource silo unless there is an ice mining station. Okay. So the Guher station is down here. That's already got a hydroponics bay, so that's fine. Okay. Let's tick forward for a bit here. And we are attacking right here. We should have no problem taking this out. We will suffer a few losses, but that's to be expected. We will definitely defeat this station. No problem whatsoever.
A station is under attack.
Excellent. Okay, what are our armies up to? These guys are chilling over here. And where are they supposed to go? Are they done over here? This is held by the Valdari? Yes. Okay, we need a fleet over here to attack these guys, and we can send them up through this area here. I'm going to tell the Nephrite Suphite that their goal is to come over here. What is their best way to do that? Okay, so we're going to let them finish up their movement here. And they're going to grab this station. Then they're going to jump drive up over this way. Make their way out of there. Although, we can probably jump drive quite a bit further if we go back to Guher, and so we shall. We are out of food, and we're going to buy in a little bit of food. This will only last us a month. We're positive in energy credits now, so that's beautiful. I'm very happy to see that. We're going to need to re-up our edicts, and capacity and farming subsidies are absolutely going to be re-upped. And the recycling campaign as well. Cool. This construction ship requires jobs, or rather orders, and his orders are to get all of that done. Okay. So we are needing to attack over here on Jurup 3. And so we shall. Okay, the Nephrite is making their way back. They're going to jump drive over. So back to Guher they go. Excellent. We can now jump drive to Risalis instead of Polgara being the closest that we can get to. So that saves us 2 jumps. And then from there, their mission is to go into Zabine. Like so. Excellent. Okay, and we're also going to need to take care of some of these areas over here. Cool. So the Topaz and the Diamond are going to head down this way. This is not a very powerful location to attack. So that's fine. These guys are going to move down into Erich. Perfect. And we're out of food again. That's not shocking. We're going to sell off some dark matter here. The price of dark matter is cratered currently, but we have so much of it. We're just going to keep selling until we are basically at our cap for energy credits. This is close enough. Now we're going to buy in 10,000 food. And we'll call that good for now. Okay. Let's check in on our planets here. I don't expect that there's much new that needs to be done here. Correct. This unification station still requires jobs, and we're going to go for the Cider Revitalization Center. Okay. So the DIM station is not connected to our trade network, and we should probably go ahead and do that. So we will add that to the trade network like so. The Strom station is also not connected to the trade network. Is it gathering any trade? I don't know, but we'll just connect it in to make sure. There we go. Any of these others? Yes. Rakaron is not connected to the trade network. So we'll get that moved in up over here. Batis is not connected to the trade network. It's not super likely to get connected to the trade network. There's not really a good way to do that right now. This station needs to be connected in, and so we shall. Now, its best bet is probably to go to Bartium. Is my guess. Yeah. We'll send it over to Bartium. And then there's this station. This one's a long ways away. So we'll go like that. It's not ideal under any circumstances, but there we go. Now, the Guher station. I'm not sure we're going to want to keep that long term. The Halleck station we obviously are. So we're definitely going to put in some upgrades there. Beautiful. And we're already building those stations. Sounds good. So the Erich station is now under our control. They have attacked up in Sanctuary. We're probably going to return that. Well, actually, that's closed borders. So not too much that we can do there. I would love to have this. It is a ring world after all. But what we're going to do here is we're going to move this way, and then the other fleet is going to move... Nope, not this fleet. This fleet is going to move this way. Cool. I want to check in on our army situations. So these guys are invading Europe. Perfect. That's a lot of CBs. They can use the counterattack CB against us, huh? Okay, awkward. But we've got a lot of territory to attack over here. These guys are, of course, chilling, but we need to make sure that our Nephrite Sufi arrives over here soon enough. They've still got a long time on their jump drive cooldown, so it's going to be a bit before they get here. That's fine. The Ruby Sufit requires orders, and its orders are to go to Azax. And that's fine. We can also take this, potentially. Might not be the worst idea.
Loots from enemy wrecks seized.
But for now, we're going to head down to the dongle system. Like that. Beautiful. So we have progress coming through, and a world finishing its terraformation. That is beautiful. Just checking through these nice and quick. Yeah, nothing really going on there. That's not shocking. We have not finished all of those hydroponics bays yet. So we're not going to see any major movement on our food for a bit. In fact, our food is still going backwards right now. But for the time being, we can manage this. For the time being. So on Europe, we're going to be finishing this up very soon. And in Haven Sky, are we still actually recruiting? Yes, we are. Okay, just wanted to check that. So that's good. We'll be wrapping this up very shortly. Hello. The Valdari came through this wormhole. That's unsurprising. We're already heading up that way anyway with the Nephrite Sufit. So the Nephrite will head over this direction. They'll actually get there a little bit more quickly. Thanks to that wormhole there. Allegedly, this is going to take 200 days. It's not going to be quite that long. Our jump drives are going to be done in 100. So that'll be fine. This construction ship requires a job, and its job would be to build that, and then come on over here and build the starbase in a Warth. Sure. Okay, so they must have jump drive. No, they must have gone this way. So we definitely need to get over here. There's no doubt about it. We need to continue pushing in with the Diamond and Topaz as well. These guys are going to move to Termana and cut off any potential reinforcement flow over this way. Then we're going to have these guys. I would love to have them go up to Sanctuary. Sadly, that's not currently an option. But we are reaching a dead end over here, and that's perfect for us. Although the Valdari are continuing to push over this way, that's good. We're happy about that. After we're done with the Valdari, we're probably going to declare on the Zikmok and do the same sort of annexation to them. Although it'll be much easier at that point. Okay. So the Nephrite are making their way over. They are exceedingly slow right now. Indeed. Exceedingly slow. Okay, well, they're going to be done recharging their jump drives in just 70 days here. So that'll be fine. Actually, at this point, we're better off going to Kimithar. So we'll hop in there. And we're going to take care of this situation. And then we're going to take care of this situation over here again. That will be necessary. And these guys are going to push down this way. Beautiful. We have a new ruler mandate. That's to be expected. We're going to run out of food very soon. Food is quite expensive right now. We're going to buy in a little bit more. And how are we actually doing now? Okay, so we're at 1366. We got about 300 monthly food from those constructions. Now, Europe is a factory world right now. We do have 2 nourishment centers on here. Now, I believe that those will not be improved. Dimensional Fabricator. Okay. I believe that those will not be improved if we were to, say, replace this Sky Dome with a food processing facility, because That's food from farmers. This is not farmer jobs. This is just nourishment centers. That said, I do want to have this, A, get terraformed over to an ocean world, and B, I want to replace this, nevertheless, with a food processing facility. And then I want to replace all of these districts with agriculture districts. Now, we can't build more until we get this terraformed, but this should, I hope, deal with some of our food issues. Some. At least Europe is already food positive. That's a benefit. So we're going to need to jump drive these guys over to Orem, and once they arrive there, they will invade Orem 1. Orem 1 is food negative, which is not ideal, but we'll land there, nevertheless. It should be fine. I mean, we just need to keep an eye on our food situation. This generator world requires jobs, and at this point, it's a specialist job that it needs. We're actually going to upgrade our food processing center. There we go. And we're going to fill out the agriculture districts here. This is really going to be not a generator world, per se. I want to check, what exactly does generator world do? Technician output. The Betharian does have technician jobs. It produces its own electricity, or rather, not electricity, but energy credits. I think overall, we might be better off switching over to an agri world here. 25% for farmers and anglers. I mean, we're going to be using anglers. Yeah, we're going to switch over to an agri world here, just so that I remember later on. That'll be fine. Okay. So our economy is in a bit of a shambles. There's no doubt about that. Sadly, the Nephrite Sophie still has not arrived up over here. Their jump drive will be done in 13 days, and then they're going to start actually moving. So that'll be nice. We're going to be able to take this territory back, no real problem. I'm a little surprised they took Dristmach, but actually, now that I look at it, I'm not. I'm not surprised at all. Cool. So we're continuing to get these debris analyzed. We are full on minerals, and we're going to sell those off. Note that we can store far fewer now that we switched over all of these storage over to generating food for us. So it's definitely going to be much more frequent that we sell off our minerals, but we're also going to sell less at a time. So it should be moderately okay. We're going to move over into Forsto and then Atlas. We have arrived on Orem. That's beautiful. Now, I want to check, what is the... Okay, this is food positive. Food positive. Food positive. All three of these are food positive. That is beautiful. Super happy to see that. We need that food. That is very important. So we're going to have this fleet move down over this way. And this is pretty much going to be our border down here, it looks like to me. Unless they take this, which they actually will. No, they're leaving. Okay, they're leaving. Interesting choice, but whatever. We do need to buy in more food, and we'll buy in 1,000 food for now. I would like to downgrade... Ooh, wait, this is producing food. All of these are producing food. Okay, we're not going to downgrade them right now. Sounds good. Food, food. No food here. Okay. Just checking. Well, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. What is going on here? Yeah, they're attacking this, which is not super surprising. What is their strength? 22.9k? Okay, so we're going to just retreat these. It took too long for our Nephrite to get here. And our timer reset when the station fell. That's weird. Well, so much for this army. Why did our timer reset? It should have been the same combat. Very strange. They were definitely in combat.
Flotsam salvaged.
3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So they're going to retreat, and we lost a lot there. There's no doubt about it. But like I said, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to have the Nephrite Suphite push back over this way and deal with these lads. They're being total jerks, but that's to be expected. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time. Ooh, this aggro world needs a job, but it needs a demotion. Okay, fair enough. We'll deal with Orym next episode. See you all then.